I did not expect it to be as comfortable as it is. I did not expect to have quite a range in terms of customization or fabric. So I was quite shook about, the variety of ways that we can use these pieces of furniture.
When you see it, it's like you have all these concerns about, I was concerned about the sharp edges here and how narrow this thing looks on the camera. It's like, well, would that be comfortable to sit on? And then when you actually try it, it's different.
The Nemschoff Palisade collection offers coordinating seating and tables for healthcare waiting areas and patient rooms, allowing guests and families contemporary comfort. Thoughtful features make it easier to interact with patients, whether you're a guest or a caregiver. When combining the Palisade collection with the Command system, you can create a waiting area that is inviting and calming.
People are always asking for healthcare facilities to feel more like a home and to give a sense of comfort to people, even in terms of, you have your technical lights and everything that are going around in the space, but you also need to have a few warm table lamps, a few cozy indirect light settings here and there.
It's actually great for the morale also of not just the patient, but actually the families. The families are under way more stress than the patient. The patient is sitting on their bed, they're taken care of by all those staff, support staff, the nurse and the doctors, and everything is fine. But the people around them have the anxiety. At the same time, you have really the healthcare regulation, which is for contamination, for safety, for things like that. So you don't want to violate the codes, but at the same time, how far can you migrate? And I think these products right here is right in the right mark.
And even with the furniture in the nurse's station, with the cable trays that we were looking at, with the peninsulas in the middle, all that, they're really just as well keeping the staff well-being as a very important note.
The different colors, we're looking at the example here versus the one we saw in the picture. The picture gave me an impression that is really like a very cool, Swedish, look like a hospital, really. And when I came here, I was like, oh, this is warm wood right here. The color is different. It's not that light blue, which we're all very tired of it, because blue is a hospital, right? So you don't want blue, dark blue, light blue. Light blue maybe is okay, but dark blue definitely is not. But then suddenly here's like this greenish color. It's really more complementary, more warmer. And then the options on the materials. And then when you actually try it and see how easy it is to move, how easy it is to maintain, how easy it is to sit on it.
When you're trying to recommend the product and you're trying to go for a certain product and certain kind of level and maintenance and everything, you want to give something that 100% sure that it's guaranteed, that you don't have, you're not a little bit iffy about any of the aspects. And I think the one thing that Ala was really, really talking about that's so true is even if you go generally and sit on someone's desk to have a normal conversation, you'll hear that small click. And in this situation, it's such a high traffic area. There's a lot going on. It's a very, very important part of our daily lives as a hospital and an area like that. So you cannot afford to have products like that.
Sometimes on longer discs like this one, there is the support, the hinge, which hits your knee. And this one is done a really nice way where it's far away, allow you to move with your chair along the desk back and forth. So it seems really nice. And then I love the cable tray. It's really very nice and slick and easy to hide all this junk we have usually under the desk. And then it's allow the cabinet to slide in and out in an easy way as well. And then the Korean surface, where this is actually where all the people will come here, whether it's a coffee, and I hate having natural surface in something like this because you'll have the scratch, you'll have the coffee, the marks. So this one being a Korean and then different colors as well, it's really very smart.
I think the modularity of it and the fact that later on you don't have to completely throw away one part and then redesign from the beginning in case of expansion or minimizing the workspace as well, that's really, really important. And in this, as a piece, to have that and to be able to do that later on and to just kind of lay it into the layout and into the design from the beginning, and this is what can be the case in 10 years and 15 years, etc. I don't think we have seen something that's, approaches that part of the business very well in the market so far.
I think On and On is very impressive piece comparing to other products I've seen around.